You want to take a stab explaining on what's going on here? Because I don't even know where to start.
No, I got sidetracked. All I know is we got an 8-inch main to put in.
You're gonna play that?
Be probably our straightest run we got.
Oh, we did not save the best for last. We saved the most challenging for last.
Yes, we did.
All right, let me do my best job I can of explaining this. Alright guys, real quick before we get into today's video, got some big news. You know I love the Utility Expo. Been attending that show since 2019, man. Time just absolutely flies. It's one of the few trade shows where you can actually get hands-on, demo the equipment, tools, and tech and see how they will benefit your operation. Utility Expo 2025 is just around the corner, and I am partnering with them to bring you exclusive deals so you can join me in Louisville this October. Use my special code MIKE40 through June 27th to save 40% on admission to the largest trade show for the utility contractor industry. See the link in the description. Use my special code MIKE40 through June 27th to save 40% on admission to the Utility Expo. See you guys there, and back to the video. All right, I don't even know how many acres this field is. What are you gonna guess? 45?
45, 50, yeah.
So we got the front 2/3 of this thing done, and we're on the back section over here, and it is wet, it is nasty, it is hilly, it lays every which way imaginable. We've been spending all morning out here surveying everything off. I think we got a plan. I'm not going to call it a good plan, but I think we got a plan.
We got a plan to get started.
So this is a compound issue here, so I'll show you down there in a minute. But right here, there's a great big hole blowed in the field. There's a tile line that runs all the way up and catches water coming off the neighbor's terrace up there. Which is actually a really nice setup the neighbors got. It catches water coming off the neighbor's terrace, comes down through here, down here in front of the excavator. At some point, the co-op was in here spraying weeds or something, and they buried their truck right here. See the ruts? That's not good. So whenever they buried the truck, they crimped off the line. So we got multiple different options here. Is one, we could try to save that old line, but I'm guessing it's probably not worth it. The other problem is it's too small, because the line coming off the neighbor's terrace is 8-inch and that's only 6-inch.
Yeah.
So I think our plan is we're going to try to put a new 8-inch main up through here, which should allow us to do a lot of this stuff. And then we got some 6-inch mains we got to do, because we got to work around some knots in the field. Oh, it's going to be fun. And it's wet, it rained, it's muddy.
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters if it rained or not. I think it's going to be muddy.
It's going to be muddy anyways.
On the upper end. All right, we're going to put this in with the 850 and the old school tall plow, just because it's here and we don't have an 8-inch boot for the other one here.
Yeah. It's back to the barn.
How much of a pain in the butt do you think it's going to be to get up there?
I don't want jinxes.
Oh, man. All right, we can sit here and pout about it, and we can get it done.
Yes.
All right, so according to our fancy GPS system, we're going to be most likely a little bit short on 8-inch pipes. We might come back and extend this out later and run it all the way down this ditch and fill the rest of this in. But for right now, we're going to start off right here, and hope we got enough pipe to do what we need to on the other end, and we can come back and extend this out pretty easy in the future. So they're going uphill. I'm going to straighten myself out a little bit so we can start off on a straight pull. All right, guys, we are back to the old school laser on this one. We do not have the other plow set up on GPS yet. And this runs pretty straightforward. We do have just a small little rolling hump in there, and with GPS that wouldn't be an issue at all, because we could actively change our grade as we go to match the hump. With the laser, we're plowing a straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pass with a dozer just to clean that up a little bit, take some of that hump out and give us a straight shot. We're going to drop the plow on the ground and let her rip. Wakey wakey. My other concern is I have no way to steer this plow like I can the other one. So I'll get a little bit of this mud off the top. Hopefully that'll keep us from sliding into the ditch so bad. Make it a little easier on us. Nothing's ever a guarantee. We might have a chance.
Might have a chance, yeah.
Well, one way to find out.
Yep.
Let's drop this sucker in the hole and see what happens.
Is that 8-inch or 12-inch?
I always forget how big this is.
Yeah.
I always like this.
Yeah.
Hi!
Close. You're there. You're there. You got it. You're on the home stretch now. Oh.
Come on. Seriously? Alright, I'm going out.
All right. Everything's ready to go. Don't need no help getting pulled up through there, do you?
This one has a nicer cab.
Yeah.
A little quieter.
Yeah.
But the other one has more options when it comes to putting tile in.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
All right, I'm gonna let you get a little more in, and I'm gonna come up and get on the tractor.
All right, guys, here's what we're fighting. That track has more traction than that track, which means the dozer's wanting to go that way, and I got very few tools in my toolbox to counteract it other than this big machine right here. So we're gonna hook on the corner of the blade. Aaron's gonna keep a little pressure on me that way, try to get me back on track, because if we slide off into that ditch, well, that's not gonna be good. pain in the butt. It's not let us down. Guys, we got that run up through there. It was a little bit of a fight, but we kept it on grade and we kept it out of the ditch. Part of our struggle was our tile cart and our excavator had to be on the same side of the ditch. Now we need to turn and go the other way. So let me go ahead and run this tile out a little bit ahead of us so we're not fighting that so bad. The question's gonna be, will we have enough tile to make it all the way up? Or that's actually a great big dry dam is what that is. We'll see how close we get. It's definitely wet down in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Yummy. All right, let's get this far, then we'll reevaluate. I didn't get any video of it. We did finally get turned and we are lined up on this next run. We're gonna be oh so close on pipe. I really hope we somehow find a way to make it. So close, baby. We might make it. Sweet. I think we are gonna make it. That is great news. All right, we're gonna get our laser set up and get this run in. How far do you think we'll make it?
10 foot.
Hey, the good news is I think our pipe's gonna make it.
Yeah, it is gonna make it. I'm saying 10 foot, because when I say 10 foot, I know it's gonna go all the way.
I like the way you're thinking. Let's find out.
Well, we made it here with no problems. Now we run into the problem.
Now what?
The problem we never really thought about what we were going to do once we got here, because for one, we didn't think we were going to have enough pipe to get here.
A good problem creates a bad problem. So, let's see that 8-inch pipe right there coming out of the ground?
Yep. That 8-inch pipe there.
That's the old 6-inch we're abandoning.
Yep.
So we need to get into that 8-inch.
Yes.
What's the best way to do that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I wonder if we can throw a little bit of dirt right here, or I can plow on up across that.
Yeah, and miss it.
Leave that pipe exposed. We're going to need to come out of the ground right at the pipe.
Yeah, we need to come out of the ground at the pipe.
Oh, I get the excavator, throw a little bit of dirt right here in this hole. Try to leave that pipe exposed and simply go straight there.
Let's do that, yeah. Pipe there, you can see the pipe right there.
Still there?
Yep, you're right on the edge of it.
Oh, I should have did that before we put the plow on there.
Yeah. I don't know, the momentum was going, it was hard to stop.
Made it more dizzy.
Yeah. Here we go.
Can't believe it, this is actually working. Right there's our pipe. We just got to make sure we don't plow into it. Aaron's going to cut this off because we got all we need.
Where am I at? Right here, that's right here.
That's how people get hurt, dull knives.
Yeah, dull knives and back at you.
Ah!
Now,
Here.
can you go, is this one right here?
Yeah.
Where am I at?
Yeah, right there. Look at that.
All right.
All right, let's finish this off.
All right, that pipe's right at the edge of the track there. You see the water going back up in the pipe now. Come up. 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 Come up. There you go. Looking good. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got my poor little frog. They're all right, though. There they go. Oh, one's messed up, broke a leg. All right. Here I'm worried about frogs. I got to clean that out. Oh, it is clean. Yeah. I think it's... I mean, I'll give us an A on that. I ain't going to give us an A+, but I will give us an A on that.
That's pretty impressive, ain't it?
Now I'm anxious for you to get the 140 over here to see how close we are. I think we're right on it.
Woo!
I can't wait to see how close we are here. He's gonna grab that big chunk of topsoil right there that flopped in on me and get it out of the way, and we'll see what we got. Well, topsoil and riprap. There you go. There's the old riser. Go.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You cut it the exact right length. We plowed up here at the exact right elevation. Who needs GPS?
Yeah, it's all right here and there.
Well, we're just lacking a coupler to call that a complete connection. That worked. Wonderful.
Yeah, it did.
All right, well, let's go down and I guess let's go down and check the other end. And we need to switch over, get ready for some 6-inch.
Yep.
All right, guys, apologize. Left the camera in the dozer there, but we do not have an 8x6T, so we exposed our 8-inch line. I'll show you down there in a little bit. It is flowing like absolutely crazy. We drilled a 4-inch hole in it right there, just so whenever we run this main line up through here, it don't fill up with water on us, because I have a feeling this one's going to be bringing quite a bit of water in it as well. We actually laid this off on a 30-foot center on the GPS. And we got orange flags up through the field marking where we need to be. This is going to be a 6-inch run, because we're going to go up and put a riser in that terrace up there and try to help catch some of that water before it gets all the way down to the end of that dry dam. Then there'll be 4-inch runs on either side of it. You ready?
I'm ready.
right, guys, we kind of bled over into a new day here. We ran out of time yesterday, but here is what we need to accomplish. Let me walk up here and show you. There is this super nice terrace. Can you see that all the way around through here? It catches all the water coming off the neighbor's property up here. This terrace is actually on the neighbor's property, and we're going to help them out a little bit, help both of them out. So we're going to add a riser into this terrace right here, right behind the dozer. There's some water that comes out of the woods. We're going to add a riser right here, try to alleviate some of that water. It has to run all the way down to that big catch basin at the end, to that 8-inch we ran up. And you guys can tell there's some water coming out from underneath this terrace. So we're going to push a little notch through the berm right here and get to where we can plow up through here, and we'll pop a riser in right here in front of the dozer.
All right. You got a little bit of turning to do, huh?
Can we make it?
I can. You've done great so far.
So far. Let's find out.
Yep.
If not, I know a guy can help me.
Yeah. Like how you shoved all that mud out of the way. Guess I'll go help.
All right, close but no cigar. I'm gonna have Aaron give me just a little bit of a pull. Get me lined up on her notch there. Proved to be a pain in the butt. It is wet on top and extremely hard underneath, but we got her. Have no fear, the pipe is in the ground. Behind the scenes, I don't know what we're doing to live right on this setup here.
Built-in GPS.
Built-in GPS is paying off, ain't it? This 6-inch pipe had a bad spot in it, so I just cut it there, hoping it'd be long enough, and it is literally perfect.
Yeah.
Literally perfect.
Just 2 in a row.
I know, I hate to know what's gonna happen on the third one.
Yeah.
It's gonna go sideways quick somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, don't jinx us.
All right, I'm thinking that should work pretty good, help alleviate some of the pressure on this berm here. I don't really know how much water comes down through here, but I'm sure it is some. It is wetter than snot up here on top. But the way that should work is that water comes down through there. Hopefully it'll take the majority of it. If not, it can go up and over and continue on out. So we'll get the dozer up here after this dries out a little bit, clean it up, tidy it up. Let's go over the hill here. I'm gonna dig up this main down here and make sure we can do what we need to do with it. One downfall of the GPS, I think I'm deep enough down here, but I need to make 100% for sure I actually am deep enough down here. Good news. We are plenty deep enough to do what we need to do going that way. So I think this is a pretty good visual. We cannot plow these laterals up off that bottom down through there. See that big rolling hump here? There's a valley behind the excavator, big rolling hump there, valley on the other side, and we can't get through those. So that's why we run this main line up through here. We're gonna run these this way. I got a little bit leery, hoping I was deep enough because it actually goes down and then back up. So I just want to double check it. Good news, we are deep enough. Bad news, I've officially wasted a mulligan. This is the 101 hole I've dug. I finally got the pipe. Aaron's gonna be so proud when he gets back. That's all right, easy fix. I still got 2 more mulligans. Hopefully I don't use them. So this is that 8-inch we ran in the other day, guys. We had some left off the other end, so I cleaned this ditch out. We ran it down a little bit farther. We're gonna run a 6-inch up through here, catch 2 dry dams, and then we got to tee off of it one time to head up this hill. And that should be the end of the main line, bud.
Yeah, it should.
Hopefully. Crisis averted.
Yes.
Now we're gonna run out of pipe.
Yeah.
And don't let me do that again.
No.
At least I got to stop before it went any farther than what it did.
I hollered as soon as I seen it. I forgot all about it. I sent you a video to remind you whenever I seen it.
Well, you'll have that on the big jobs. All right, one issue to the next here. We kind of hit a little bit of a soft spot. I'm trying to get this as deep as I can, as I like to get it below that ditch. You guys can see how much water's running out of that ditch. And we're out of pipe. Aaron's gonna run up, go get some more pipe. I'm gonna get our tee dug in down here while he's doing that, so we can take this short run up the hill. And we're getting close. Got some more pipe laid out. Got Aaron hooked to me. Hopefully we can go places. missed it, but somehow we got lucky again. That pipe is just the right length to make it to the ditch. She is down and away, boys, down and away. All right, 2 short runs left. So this is the main. We just ran up through there. We dropped back, got a T. Hopefully you guys can see that hump right there. We're gonna put a dry dam up there. We're gonna plow up 100 feet, put a dry dam over here, take this hump to build the 2 dry dams. That should kind of even everything out. So here we go. All right, got this last little run in here. Sorry, I accidentally left you guys in the truck, but good news, you didn't miss anything. I got the end of both of these dug up while I was waiting on Aaron to switch out the towel cart and a few other things. We'll pop the risers on these, and they'll be ready for dry dams. Got the pipes exposed right there. We're gonna grab the towel cart. We got one about 150 foot main to run up the hill. You can kind of see where we plowed that one and stopped. We need to bring this one up and match it. That's all the mains. We're on the running laterals, which will be back with the other plow. I'll hopefully have this job wrapped up. What's the verdict? We got water down there?
Yeah, it's gushing.
Ooh, you got a river in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a gushing. Running real good here. I don't understand it. I don't know where it's coming from.
Magic.
If this was a Farmer Chris job, I'd say we hit a water line, but
some farmers beg for water, some farmers try to get rid of water.
yeah.
All right, last main. Like a 100 foot roll will make it, so we're gonna have to stop and splice.
We have to stop and splice.
Hey, at least we got pipe.
Yeah, we got pipe, we got couplers, we got tape.
Well, behind the scenes, that just happened to work out again.
It did.
What did we overlap that or remain? Like 5 feet?
Maybe. Because I know after he pulled up that last time, he pulled through a little bit, so it's like right there.
I planned it.
Yeah, it was planned.
100%.
Called Paul and told him exactly how to cut these because this is what you needed.
It worked out, dude. Tall trailer's empty, and we had 5 foot to spare. All right, let's get these 2 risers on and call this.
Yep, help me cut this one real quick and then we'll go. So you need to cut it right here.
Yep.
Right on that lip right there.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay, can you move it over so I don't cut my Ranger?
Yeah.
That'd be handy.
There we go.
Now we need to cut,
this here off.
Yep.
Does it need cut off though?
Well, see if the big hole riser will go in. I think it does. Yes, it needs
Yep, it needs cut off.
You cut it off right there, right?
Yep, right on that rounded part. Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
There's one down. Look at that. Look at that. You guys see that? What are the chances? You're never gonna believe it, I just found.
Uh-oh. What'd you find? What is that, a grease gun?
Yeah, you think it still works?
Yeah. Well, what? Charge old cousin Matt a finder speed for finding that for us.
Guess whoever put the last towel in had a squeak.
Yeah.
Well, man, behind the scenes.
Last carrot planted.
The last carrot is planted. The last foot of main line is in. We are on the home stretch, buddy.
Yes, we are.
And a free grease gun.
And a free grease gun.
All right, guys, that is a wrap on this one. We're going to get some start holes laid out for our laterals so we got the GPS still in the Ranger. And then we're going to fire up old Bigfoot, hammer down hardcore, see how fast we can get about 15, 20,000 feet of laterals laid out. Yep. And hit the road.
I think so.
We got to build a few dry dams at some point.
Yeah.
But that's going to be after the pipe train. So, all right, tell them bye.
See you guys.
If your travels take you through southern Indiana or just looking for a unique destination, everybody is always welcome here at the world famous Derby Market and the home headquarters of the Dirt Perfect operation. No guarantees you'll catch Aaron or myself, but feel free to take all the pictures you like. Just for obvious reasons, please don't climb on or in any of the equipment. And most importantly, please tag us on all the social platforms, including the Derby Market. Before you head out, take a quick trip inside, look around, and locate the Dirt Perfect Visitors Map. Be sure you pin the location you traveled from and enter the Dirt Perfect Visitors drawing for a chance to win some Dirt Perfect merch. As always, guys, thank you for watching and supporting this channel. It means the world, and we shall catch you on the next one.